This is a 3D printed Lamborghini Aventador that a gentleman 3D printed in his basement, and you're not going to believe how affordable it was. All of the body panels have been 3D printed in this small 3D printer, which doesn't look that different than like a large toaster oven. So Sterling was able to 3D print bits at a time, join them together. It's got a carbon undercoating under this primer as well. And what you end up with is, well, a car that pretty much, especially from 5 or 10 feet, looks identical to the real thing. A gentleman and his son were playing Forza one day and they decided they wanted a Lamborghini Aventador. Well, this gentleman happened to be a physicist and said, let's 3D print one. The engine in this car is an LS1 V8 from a C5 Corvette, but the frame is completely custom. And what's fantastic about this build is the wheelbase is exactly the same as an Aventador, and it's been wide body, so it's a little bit wider, but the proportions are nearly perfect. Check out this inside. So first of all, it does have the scissor door, but the coolest part to me is Sterling was able to incorporate a lot of the factory looking Lamborghini software and functions into this custom build car. So the buttons function, it has air conditioning. This is my favorite part though. It's got a manual transmission. It's got the transaxle out of a Porsche 911, and this dashboard, well, that's a factory Lamborghini part, and he was able to get that because Lamborghini corporate liked the project so much they donated some parts like the steering wheel and the dashboard. It's cool when a company actually backs enthusiasts and helps them out. Now check this out. The taillights have been completely 3D printed and they look so close to the factory Lamborghini component that, you know, from just a couple feet away you would never know. The most unbelievable part of this build for me is that Sterling is only in this about $35,000. Now it has taken 5 years to get to this point, but by the time it's done, it's going to be fully street legal, fully painted, and it's going to be a pretty fast vehicle with that LS1 V8 underneath that hood. But guys, what an ingenious idea. What a talented man. And the best part too is, I mean, the 3D printer used to print this $800 to $1,000 bucks, somewhere in that territory, to build this. That's nuts.